What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day today. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another video. In today's videos, guys, I want to first officially announce we have germination. Oh! Finally, we have germination in the yard. I've been looking yesterday. Let's go back a little bit. So last Saturday, which is the last video, be sure and watch the last video. It was a big one. It was the one about throwing down seed, aerating, all that good stuff. Actually, it may have been two videos ago now. But anyways, you'll see the one, the big throwdown day. Go check it out if you have not seen it. It's when we throw down our cool blue seed, which is 85% turf type tall fescue and 15% Kentucky bluegrass. So we had our big Saturday throwdown. We had Hurricane Sally's remnants come through, remnants, I guess is the correct terminology, come through central North Carolina. So we got between anywhere 2 to 4 inches of rain here, and I was so worried about my seed washing away. But it looks like it was never really a hard downpour. It was just steady. We'll have to check down here by my building and stuff to see if any of that seed floated away, because I do see rivers of water clearing up now as I speak. But as of this morning, I came out first thing, started checking, and we have germination of seed. So I was going back to last year saying, hey, when did my seed germinate last year? Because I was starting to get a little bit nervous, like, is something different about this year? You start thinking in your mind, you know, you hear 3 to 5 days germination, and it's day 5, you're like, okay, did I do something wrong? Is it the weather wrong or something? So I went back to my previous videos, and the first video I made after planting seed was about a week and a day or two after planting seed, and the grass was about this tall. So now we've got germination. Now I want to make a video that it took 6 days. So it took 6 days in 2020 to germinate seed. Now obviously the Kentucky bluegrass seed, if you don't know, takes around 21 days tops, which it should be less than that, but 21 days to germinate. It takes almost twice as long for it, or 3 times as long for it to germinate than fescue seed. So we are aware of that, I understand that, but we should have seen the fescue germinate, and we do. And it's the greatest feeling in the world knowing that you've got life coming up. So very excited for that. The other thing I want to talk about is what I'm going to do today. Even though I've got baby germination, I know we shouldn't walk on it, but I'm going to. And I've actually already done half of my yard. I'm putting down 3 ounces per 1,000 square feet of RGS again, and I'm also putting down 1 ounce per 1,000 square feet of propiconazole fungicide. Let me talk about this. Number one, I put seed down 2 days after originally seeding on that last Saturday. I came back when I got my GCI seed because I was thin on my seeding on Saturday. I got another 25 pounds from Peat, rushed in as quick as I could, and I went across the yard and reseeded on top of that with a little bit more seed, mainly in the grassy areas and also the bare areas. So there is seed that's only been down for about 4 days, 3 to 4 days. So what I'm doing is, it didn't get the RGS and all of that. So what I've done is now I'm kind of going back on top and adding a little RGS for the whole yard, but obviously for that new seed as well. And also yesterday, shout out to the Lawn Whisperers channel. If you don't know, check him out. The Lawn Whisperer, a YouTuber, he's got a pretty good base, pretty good following. So a shout out would be awesome at some time for him to get some followers here, but hey, we're not going to talk about that. He was talking about in his seeding video how propiconazole can actually aid or help or expedite germination. And I said, very interesting. So actually I'm recording on my phone, so I can't use it, but I tweeted out to Pete and Alan Hain, hey, is the rumor true that propiconazole fungicide actually aids in germination of seed, and should we put that down if our current grass has fungicide? Well, all I heard from Alan was not sure about that. So Alan Hain did tweet me back, but it was like he wasn't sure. He may do a video about that soon, so keep your eye out for it if he does choose to do it. He probably gets thousands of questions though, so not sure he'll do that one. But he wasn't sure. But I put we have a little forum that we have, Lawn Care Nut Forum on Facebook, and I asked the question there, and several people said yes, if you actually read the label here in propiconazole, that it does say that it will aid in germination of the seed. And I thought, well, interesting, because I've noticed here while the seeding is taking place, I should have, prior to seeding, went ahead and applied propiconazole before the seeding day to rid any disease in the lawn. now that's something else I need to remember when I go back and watch this video. Prior to seeding, make sure I clear out the summer disease out of the lawn. I don't want new grass to come up, and I don't want this infected grass to infect new grass. And that's kind of what I was asking the experts. Hey, do I need to be concerned about my baby grass being infected by my existing grass? So that's another reason why I'm putting down propiconazole in the lawn today. Not only to aid in germination quicker for that seed that I put down just a few days ago, but also to try to knock out any existing fungus or disease that may try to get on my new grass. So my sprayer battery actually finally ran dead on me, which is the first time that's ever happened. So that's why I have propiconazole right in front of me and got Mr. RGS right here. So that's what we're gonna do. As soon as my battery is done, I'm gonna finish spraying this section and the other side of the house, and we'll have that taken care of. So guys, I just wanted to mention that to you. This is not gonna be an extra long video. I'm not gonna film me spraying everything. You get it. We're gonna go see some of the germination happening. I wanna document some of that so that next year in 2021, when we're planting and I say, oh no, it's been 4 days, should my seed be germinating, I can watch this video and kind of comfort myself and also see the germination. Now, we'll talk about something else that's pretty interesting. If you're not using peat moss, you definitely want to use peat moss, and we'll show you why in just a second. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let's do a little lawn tour. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let this battery charge a little bit more, get this video done, then I'm gonna finish spraying the yard. Hopefully we kill some disease. So let's go look at some of the germination. All right, so what I wanted to mention to you is if you're not using peat moss, this is why you want to use peat moss. All of this we did not put down. My wife and I, number one, we didn't have the peat moss roller, so we did not use a roller. Everything we did peat moss is by hand. It is a very dirty job. But when people ask, why do we use peat moss? Why are we using peat moss? Well, as you see here, I can't find any germination in this bare area of dirt and grass over here. Let's move over here. Yes, I've had sunflower seeds today. I don't know about you guys, but I can't see any germination whatsoever in this bare area. Now, this spot last year was one of the hottest spots, this area right here. Now, if you also notice, I need to put down more lime or iron in this area because this area stays wet and I still see moss over there. But last year, this area took off almost first or immediately. So that's why I'm filming here, but it's pretty bare. We do have a little bit of rocks and stuff there, but I see nothing. Now, if we come over here, excuse me, Mountain Dew getting to me. Everywhere over here I've put peat moss, I see germination taking place, which is fascinating. We'll zoom in right here, and you see, that's what I've got. I got about a ½ an inch coming out of the peat moss. And you see between those two sections over there, right there, the best I can do it. I mean, I wish I could circle on the screen. You do see there's some germination where peat moss is not located. Now, that is what we're looking at. That's where, and if you look over to the right, you'll see where there's more peat moss, we've got more germination, which is awesome to see. If you look down lower, you see peat moss, you see germination down there, which is awesome to see. But if you come back here, let me zoom back out. If you come back here right in front of me, I see no germination. Oh, maybe I lied. I see one little, let's see if I can get them on. Point my finger, there we go. One little guy right here. Yeah, so it is coming up here with no germination, but look how much taller and look how much more consistent it is where the peat moss is. So it just goes to show you, everywhere we put peat moss, this is why we put peat moss. This peat moss is absorbing that rain, all that rain we just got. It absorbs it and holds it, and it's just soaking it in that seed that we covered. Where over here, it dries out quicker. It doesn't have that peat moss on top of it. Let's go over here. And remember, this is one of the areas I'm constantly walking and stepping over. See, that's kind of weird. There's peat moss there, but there's no germination going on here. So I wonder if it's the soil type or what. But anyways, we do in the back over there, over here, we get down in this, we have germination going on here. So, and the same thing around the corner, I'm not gonna walk out in the lawn, guys, but over there where we've glyphosated, in those sections over there, we definitely have germination happening there, which is exciting, and it's starting to take off everywhere. So here, the next video that we do, we should definitely clearly see some seed coming up, which is cute and pretty. Well, that'll do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really just wanted to, number one, document germination 6 days for 2020. So that way next year when I go, I see just like, hey, when did I first start seeing seed pop up? It was 6 days. Every day we watered. I did some watering in the morning, some water in the evening, but I did only water once a day. And then, you know, obviously on Thursday and the morning of Friday, we had Hurricane Sally with 2 to 4 inches of rain consistently all day long. So that was a good soaking. So anyways, they do say to water with your new seed 2 to 3 times a day for 10 minutes or so. I've only done once and it's been no problem. We're on city water. We're gonna save as much money as we can. Want to kill off disease next year in 2021. I want to do a coating of propiconazole in the yard prior to seeding, probably a week before we actually do seeding. Try to kill off any disease, stop it from spreading. So if you haven't put it down, hey, go put it down. If you got fungus in your yard right now, I didn't get a clear answer on this, guys. I don't want my existing fungus to get into my new baby grass. I didn't have a lot of grass last year, so didn't have to worry about this issue. So you might want to go out, spray it, or have somebody come and spray it for you, and make sure you have ease of mind like myself. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you guys on the next video.